So here's my old Model M. Well, actually, it's a Model M2, but Model M keyboard. And I had found a replacement. I don't remember if it was 2 weeks ago or when it was, but I did find a replacement for what I thought was a pretty decent price. Tested, works great, listing said. Well, it showed up today. And I haven't plugged it into... I've plugged it into my main computer, and I've plugged it into KVM switch over here. I haven't tried it on anything else, but I think that this is a pretty firm diagnosis of it anyway, because I refuse to believe that both of those PS2 ports are bad. That doesn't happen. Now, I don't know about you, but this don't look like it's working. And you can see I'm hammering keys, and there ain't nothing appearing. So that's nice. I'm getting a little tired of eBay sellers who don't know how to test things before listing it as working. You know, plugging it in and seeing that the keyboard lights up is not testing it. This could have been shipping damage. For all I know, this could have been banged around enough that this wire is now disconnected or something. But given it was wrapped in bubble wrap, I really kind of doubt that this was shipping damage. I think this was just seller incompetence. So, I don't know. I'm really, really, really pissed off about that, because I wanted to put Mr. Squishy over here back where it belongs over here, but now I can't do that, because I don't have any extra keyboards that are any better than this. In fact, the only keyboards I've got are worse than this. So, whatever. I don't know if I'm going to even bother trying to buy another Model M, because obviously I can't get one that works. Excuse me. Now, I got the PS2 to AT adapter, so I guess I could use my other Model M. Anyway, I also bought this, which is supposedly one of the worst power supplies, if not the worst power supplies, Antec ever made. So I guess we'll see if being brand new in the package helps any. Somehow I doubt it. And a little update on this thing. It's been running all night. Prime 95. Generating heat for itself. But it's been running. And hasn't crashed, hasn't done anything. So, I don't know if I fixed it, or if maybe it was never broken to start with, and I just caught it at a bad time. Or it's just not acting up now because I'm trying to find out what's wrong with it. I don't know. That's very weird, though. Okay, so I don't know if eBay sellers are trying to get back at me for leaving low bids on things or what. But, well, this actually has nothing to do with it. That's something else. Power supply came in that, and I have no trouble with that packaging material. That's reasonably well packaged. Maybe a little light on the bubble wrap, but you know, it's a piece of metal. It's probably fine. I think it got a little bit dinged up, but somebody's been in here. I think that might be why it's a little dinged up. Anyway, this. What is this? This is how it came. Just piled in there with this over top of it. Really? Come on. Now, this one I'm going to put on Pitney Bowes. I don't think that this was the seller's fault. At least I'm going to give the seller the benefit of the doubt on that. That had nothing to do with the seller. This one, on the other hand, check this out. This is a laptop computer, and this is the packaging material. So, I don't know if the laptop survived. I really kind of doubt it at this point. If it did, it'd be some kind of a miracle. But I mean, like, look. Okay. Let's get this paper out of the way. Have a look at the size of the box compared to the size of the laptop. The laptop is 15 inches. There's like half of that space right there for this thing to float around in. And same deal with up. This thing can bounce all over the place. So, the screen is probably broken, which is the reason why I bought the thing in the first place, so... Is it in one piece? Oh, something just fell out. The optical drive just fell out. So I don't know if that's because it broke, or... if it's missing a screw. Wow, really? Come on. That's inexcusable. I'm sure that the screen is busted. Oh my god. The screen looks like it's intact. I don't know how that's possible. Wow. That's amazing. And that wasn't even a lowball offer either. That was a bid. I placed an opening bid on something and won it. So, I mean, it's not my fault that nobody else bid. Don't take your crap out on me. Telling you what, the world's really pouring it on. You know, I had my nice Model M2 keyboard die. Bought a replacement only for it to be DOA. And my secondary monitor failed. Now my primary monitor has failed. This is an LG Flatron, let's see, W2343T. The power supply quit this morning, so I took it all apart, replaced the couple of bad capacitors that it had. These are Suscon, 1000 microfarad, 16 volt. You can see they're, even without it being in focus, you can tell that it's domed. Got those swapped, and come to find out that I must have busted the LVDS connector, because now I just have a whole bunch of multicolored noise and lines all over the screen, so... that's a 23-inch monitor. That's like $200 to replace, so that isn't going to be getting swapped anytime soon. And it leaves me with a dilemma, because I had to do a whole bunch of display swapping. I had to move this Dell over here, which is VGA only, which meant that I had to get rid of this DVI connector, because I don't have any spare monitors with DVI. So now that's connected with this stupid VGA connection. It's sticking way out, it looks like crap. Come over here and I had to downgrade one of the monitors, because that's where that came from. Although I guess it's really not that big of a downgrade, because both of those two computers only really need to be running at 1024 by 768 anyway. And that's the max res of both of those monitors, so I'm not wasting a 1280 by 1024 monitor on that. And that leaves me with this as my only spare DVI monitor. It's a ViewSonic piece of junk, which is crooked. I don't know if you can tell on video, but I can certainly tell, and it's driving me insane. I haven't even used this for one day, and I'm already missing the other one. At the very least, my replacement keyboard showed up. It's not a Model M2, but let's face it, the Model M2 is $200. This WASD, I don't know if it's got a model on it or something. Oh, I'm going to break it already. Model V1. But it was $70. It's got Cherry MX blue key switches. You might be able to tell, and they feel like crap compared to the Model M, but it's also not a Model M. So, I know it's not a Model M. It's better than this Mr. Squishy over here, which has got a whole bunch of missing keys, and none of the indicator lights actually work. You can see those are on, and these aren't. I don't know what happened there, but this thing can go back where it belongs. You know, I think it's kind of ridiculous that they changed contractors to pick up the garbage every week, because the old contractor was having trouble meeting schedules, and the new guys are not any better. Really don't understand that. You can see my pile of stuff to sell is getting bigger. Of course, it wouldn't be nearly this big. There's more stuff over here. But it wouldn't be nearly this big if people would actually come by and pick up the stuff they say they're going to come by and pick up. Wishful thinking, I guess. This boat is impressively in the way. Of course, it probably won't be staying there for too much longer because I think the boating season's pretty much over. So it can go back up there where it came from and be off the floor, and I can have a little bit more room with which to work when trying to figure out and organize all this mess. I don't know why I brought this TV out. I think I was going to use it to try something, and then I didn't end up needing it for that. But now I got to put it away. So that's really annoying. That was actually quite stupid, to be honest. That's entertaining. It's not actually going to fit where I used to have it. Well, it probably would if I put it in upside down or face down, but I'm not going to do that because that runs the risk, of course, of breaking the glass, causing it to implode, and I'd rather not do that because I kind of do use this TV. Look at this impressive pile of junk. Well, the LaserJet 4050 is probably worth something. The rest of it is junk. Well, the 486 down there might be worth a little bit, but I don't know. I'm going to have to do something with all this because I'm sure it's not going to be able to stay here forever. We actually had a company come in and do the hedge, you know, because even with the big long extender tool, you really can't do a whole lot, certainly not the top. So it kind of got a little out of control. So we had somebody come in and deal with it, and I think they did a pretty good job. Of course, this kind of looks a little stupid. If we'll go back here, it's not air conditioning season anymore. In fact, it's actually 20 degrees in the house, which is the point at which the heat comes on, which is kind of funny, but I don't think it's time for heating either. I think it's supposed to be a little bit warmer. But you can see it kind of juts out a little bit. Of course, there's not much you can do with that because that's storm damage. Well, storm and the fact that there used to be a tree right here that was removed a long time ago. Probably close to 15 or 20. No, yeah, 15 years ago. Not 20. 20 years ago when we moved here. You can see this has been winterized. Closed for the year. Of course, there's schmutz all over it, and it's going to get even worse. You got to get that ladder out. That's going to be a real pain. I hate doing that. But, especially since it's broken. Anyway, it'll get even worse once fall season kicks in. That's a pretty abrupt change from summer to fall, though. I'll tell you what. It's pretty cold out, and the wind doesn't help. Neither does the fact there's no sun out. Of course, I'm still outside with shorts and a t-shirt, but because I'm insane. Wow. It says 20 degrees. The air conditioning is set to 23, the heat's set to 20. I'm not sure why the air conditioning is set to 23. It used to be set to 22, but whatever. Of course, it feels a whole lot colder because of these very drafty old windows. These are the only original windows left in the entire house, and of course, they're the most expensive ones to replace, being bay windows. Looking at a couple $1,000s per window. And I don't know if that figure is for all three of them or if it's just for one of them. Since I need to take this out anyway, because obviously, as you can see, it really needs a cleaning, I went ahead and I picked up a small upgrade for the video card. At least I hope it's an upgrade. Probably not too much of a downgrade, at least. Certainly a lot more modern than what's in there, and I can use the 7970 that's in there to upgrade some other machines. So, should be good to go on that. I think the last thing that's really worth noting for this video log, barring anything happening tomorrow, is that I've got enough video content, as you might have noticed, edited to upload a video every day, both of this week, so the week that just happened, and next week, so the week that we're going into. So 14 straight days worth of video, I guess including the 2 video logs, but from there, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But either way, I think that's probably going to do it for this video. There's not much else I can think of to mention. So I guess if anything happens tomorrow, there'll be a further clip. But otherwise, thank you for watching.